Hello everyone, good afternoon, good day. So today we are going to start our first project. Let's say we want to do 2 to 3 bedroom terrace apartment. Actually, we're going to work on an apartment. So before we start, this is the interface of Revit. So this is where you see your models, your families, or the previous projects you have done. But today we're going to start a new project, and for us to start a new project, we are going to go to under models. You see the new, you see open. We're going to go for new. Then instead of choosing imperial, we're going to use metric, which means metric is like in meters, centimeters, millimeters, like that. That is what we're going to use. Then we'll create a project. You allow it to load. So this is what you see when you first load. Sorry, let me take this across. So this is what you see when you first load. But we don't want all these reference lines or this Revit default section. We're going to take it off. Then we delete. Then we're going to start by creating our levels. So before I continue here, this stuff here is called a viewport, like elevation viewport. It's called an elevation viewport. It helps us to see our elevation from these 4 points. So before we start, we're going to go to levels, that is elevation, to create our levels, because we're going to need a G+2, that is ground floor, first floor, and second floor. So we'll go at our right here where we see project browser. Then we look for elevations. Then let's go for the south, that is basically the front. So this is what we're going to see. So we don't need these. Then we're going to do this. We'll click on CS, that is create similar. Create, that's 1, 2 and 3. Then we're going to adjust the labeling here so that to our best of knowledge. So we're going to leave this as L1. We'll edit it to L1 ground floor, that is NGL, natural ground level. The next one, L2 ground floor. The next one, L3 first floor. The next one is L4 second floor. Then you can now use this as roof floor level. So we're going to now adjust the levels to, so let's say we want to use 2 risers, then before the ground floor of the ground floor of the first floor. We're going to, so each riser is 150. So we're going to need 450. That's 150 plus 150 plus 150. That's going to be 3 risers in total. Then our total height will be 3.6. Sorry. So now our levels are set. So we can come here and adjust this. We rename it to the way it is on our viewport. Okay, so I'm sorry for the obstruction. Those my screen recorder just stopped screen recording for a while. So I'm sorry we have gone far, but let's just continue from where we stopped. So this is where we stopped. So let me just brief you. This is where our entrance is going to be. Here's going to be our entrance, our visitor's toilet, our dining area, then our living room. Our stairs is going to be on top of our storage, then our kitchen, the maid's room, and the maid's toilet. Then let's go to the south, the front elevation, and see how it looks. Or you can go to the 3D. Sorry, we don't need this, and see how it looks already. So this is how it's going to look like before we are done. It looks a bit equal. It's equal. It's too big. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. Then we're going to start our work now. We're going to start the main work. So we change this to 450. Already, we changed this already now. So hold on. That's the 300. And there's the 300. So it look decent. Okay, then we have gotten our how it's meant to look like first for our ground floor. So now before we continue, we're going to do our stairs. We're going to draft our stairs. We are not going to just place the stairs. We're going to construct our stairs. So come to architecture. Under architecture you see ramp, you see railing, ramp, then stairs. Then we're going to come to this one, create stairs. Then we click on pick line first. You pick 1, 2, then go back to draw line. I'm going to draw from here to here. I'm going to trim. You can drag this backwards here to fit. Then let's see the DI to get the full dimension of it. So this wall here is going to serve as our support, which is going to align with, because we're going to use like a concrete precast staircase, normal precast staircase that they use now this, so that it's going to float, that it's going to sit properly with the surface of this wall here, of this side of the wall. So I want to get the middle. Let's make this 3,000. Sorry. 3,000. Then let's use another line. Sorry for that. This stuff is obstructing me. Okay, I think we can work like this. Sorry, let's just go back. Okay, this is the middle. So now I'm going to move this to here and get the middle of these. And let's make this 1,425, 1,425, so that it will equal 1,425, 1,425 plus. Then I'm going to offset. Okay, sorry. Then we're going to go to, that is our brand. We have created our brand. We are going to go to this, then quit here to here, then go to offset by 300, offset by 300, sorry, offset by 300, offset, 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 offset. So that's this. We select this, then mirror D1. So we have mirrored it. Then we're going to adjust it now by trimming it. We trim this, trim this, trim this, trim this. Then we're going to create our stair path. That is the direction is going to follow. From here to here, to here, to here. Then you can now change it to, okay, finish it first. What's wrong? What's wrong? Okay, that was my bad. So I've created the stairs now. You can change the flip. Okay, so it goes up like this. Then we finish the stairs. Then I'm going to come here. EL, align the surface with here, and align the surface with here. That's it. I'm going to leave that. Then okay. You can change this railing to glass and edit parts. Here, here. Then you can change it to glass. These two are going to change it to glass. Then for us to see how it's going to look now, let's go here. This side is going to look like. We're going to change this to podcast. That's not going up. Okay.